Hey everybody, welcome back to Faraday Research, and it is Tuesday. And so, as everybody knows, seen my last video, I pretty much had a freaking meltdown. A lot of people don't understand. I've been out of work for quite a while, so your mind starts to go funny, and you get a lot of anxiety and frustration because you want to get back to work. And yeah, so I wasn't having a good day. Just the bills keep coming in, and I got nailed on my taxes, so I owe like $250 to the tax man. And it was just a whole combination of stuff that just kind of fell on my shoulders all at once, and I had a meltdown. So, you know what? Life goes on, and yeah, so it gave me time to think between the last time I did the video and now. Gave me a lot of time to think about what I want to do and how to do it, and try to get things on the roll again. So I decided, on the project that I want to do next, and I've kind of laid it out. Just made a very simple little writing here on what I plan to do. So just to share with everybody. If you haven't subscribed, bottom right hand corner, also give me a thumbs up if you like the video. The people that donated to me in the last video, thank you very much. It's very appreciated. Actually, I have one of my followers actually lives about a town away from me, and we got hooked up there last month, and we started to become pretty good friends. So he's helping me out. I've been doing some R&D for him on a couple of things on the side, and I'm also going to be building him one of my water machines. So I gave him a list of all the parts for the water machine, and he's going to get that all ordered. And when he does that, I'm going to do basically a video build of the water machine. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different than the one I've made, but basically same concept, same everything. It might actually turn out to be even better than what I have. So that project's going to be coming up in the near future. So as far as I know, he's got the parts ordered, and as soon as he gets that in, we're going to be making some videos on making this water machine. So yeah, that's very encouraging. He's also donated another meter. I needed to get an LCR meter so I can test my coils for inductance, resistance, and capacitance, which is going to be very important when I build the Adams motor. So keeping that in mind, so this is my plans for the next foreseeable future, and this is kind of like the budget that I got to work with for these two projects that are actually going to be combined as one project. So as you guys know, I was working with the carbon graphite magnesium battery. So I'm going to develop that cell into basically like a fuel cell. So it's going to have a vaporizer built into the unit. So every 8 hours, it gives it a shot of misty water. So it basically revitalizes the cell, and it's recharged. So to do all the R&D, get all the 3D printing done, get all the components I need, I'm probably going to be working with a budget of about $500 to get that unit built, which is realistic. I might even go over budget. I don't know. It all depends on what's all entailed. From what I could see, it's going to be a pretty accurate assessment of how much it's going to cost me to get those batteries done the way I like to have them done. So that's what I'm working with. So that's the purpose of the donations to my channel. Honestly, up to this point, I've really made no profit off this. It's not really what I'm after. What I'm after is to build the technology, show that it works, that it's real and not BS. And these carbon graphite batteries, they're the real deal. There are companies out there working on this as well. So I got some ideas that I want to implement into that system, and it's going to be totally different than anybody has done out there because I haven't seen it. So I'll be the first to actually do what I'm planning to do with the fuel cell. So the second part, you guys probably already know, is the Robert Adams motor. So my pulse motor I've been developing for over 4 years, and I've made a lot of grounds with that. I'm getting some ridiculous results with it that are totally amazing. So I have to step it up a notch. So when I step it up, this motor should be putting out high voltage. Back EMF is going to be hitting about a kilowatt, not 400 volt, or sorry, 320 volts. What I got now, this thing's going to hit a kilowatt. So I really want to ramp it up. I also have a friend in the US that wants this system to run his solar power system at his house. So if I could prove this system is the real deal, he's probably going to buy one off me. So the budget I'm going to be working with this one is a little bit more expensive. It's about $800. Neodymium magnets, I'm going to need a ton of those for the wheel, and also the part of the system that I'm going to be adding to the Adams motor to actually generate more power. So it's kind of like two systems in one. I'm going to be using a lens-free coil system that's not going to exert any kind of braking effect on this motor. This motor will exhibit zero Lenz law. Lenz law will be totally, completely defeated in this motor. I've already got it defeated in my small demonstrator, but now I've got to step it up a notch and get a lot more power out. So not only that I'm breaking Lenz law, I'm also breaking, I guess you could say, when you get the carbon graphite batteries hooked up to this system, it will essentially run indefinitely, because all I have to do is shoot the water into the cell and the battery comes to life within seconds. It's not like a battery where you plug it in and you got to wait 3 hours. This thing is an instantaneous recharge. So basically I put the vaporizer, attach it, and I have a way of doing it, how I'm going to do it, where it vaporizes the actual battery, or more or less I like to call it a fuel cell because it is a reaction. It works different than a battery. The other thing is, too, with this carbon graphite battery, when I short it out, it doesn't heat up, and a battery will. So that's the distinctive difference between this type of a system than a battery. Because if I short out a battery, it will heat up and eventually explode. It'll short out. I could short this thing out all day long, and she won't overheat. So there's some real differences in what's happening at a molecular level, at the atomic level, what's going on with this battery system. And I don't know why, these companies out here haven't jumped on this. It's crazy. Like, I was getting over an amp of power out of these tiny little cells. My videos are there, you can watch them. I did a load test. Actually, I shorted them out, and it pinned my 500 milliamp meter right off the scale. So these things have a potential to do a lot of work. So now that I got that will be integrated into the Adams motor. And that'll be the primary power source of the Adams motor. So in actual fact, to keep the Adams motor running, all I have to do is just shoot the cell with a little bit of water. So in essence, it's over unity, and it runs perpetual because, throwing a little bit of water vapor on a battery is not using power. Like, other than using, I'm going to use those ultrasonic vaporizers to do it. But, I shoot it for about 10 seconds and boom, that's it. The batteries are good for another 8 hours. Or, sorry, fuel cell. Sorry. I have to change that frame of thinking. So, yeah, this is my plans for the next little while. That's what I want to focus on. So I need to raise the funds on the website, on the YouTube channel. I need about $500 to do the carbon graphite cell, fuel cell, and then the Robert Adams motor to scale it up and buy all the magnets. Now the copper wire has gone through the roof. It's one roll, I think it's like £1, and it costs $55 a roll. For this motor, I might need 5 of them, 5 or 6 rolls. So right there, I'm looking at almost $200 in wire. That is the most expensive thing of this whole damn motor. I think I'm going to go over budget on this guy. I might be hitting almost $1,000 when this is done, because the copper is so damn expensive now. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, sorry I had a shaky hand there. I'm trying to talk and hold the phone at the same time. You know how it is. So yeah, that's my plans for the next foreseeable future. If you guys want to help me out build this project, you can donate. I got all my descriptions in the bottom, either through Patreon or PayPal's even good for me too. That help get the funds together so I can start buying the parts and start building. Like that's what I want to do. Is I want to get building, right? So yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Any questions, concerns in the bottom. And that's about it, guys. We'll see you soon.